Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're right on time for the next segment, but you have missed a lot. But there'll be a lot of catching up to do as much as possible. We're still staying with the Rivers political crisis subject. And my next guest is Mr. Victor Ekiakita, former Chief of Staff, Ahoda East Local Government Area. He joins us virtually from River State. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Ekiakita. You may need to unmute your device so that we can hear you. Can you hear me, Mr. Ekiakita? Mr. Ekiakita, can you hear me? All right, we'll try to sort that out while we wait for Mr. Ekiakita. Mr. Ekiakita, can you unmute your device? Try to unmute your device again.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to just begin by asking or doing a recap of some of the thoughts of Professor Kaba for you to react to in the hope that you can hear me. And it was quite an incisive one for the first part of the conversation. And Professor Kaba has said that, look, the Rivers Ijaw People's Congress that has spoken in support of the impeachment proceedings launched by the State Assembly against Governor Fubara, leaves much to be desired because they do not have the mandate to speak for the generality of the Ijaw people, not just in Nigeria, but across the world. He, in fact, said that, submitted that all Ijaw people in Nigeria and beyond are in support of Governor Fubara on this particular one, saying that 3 impeachments within half of a tenure is an instrument of political vendetta. He also alleged that during that particular impeachment proceeding, their political godfather, Minister Nyesom Wike, was present. Now, I've doubled down on that being an allegation, but that already, set the tone for what your reaction should be. So how do you weigh in on the position expressed by Professor Kaba?
First and foremost, I think it is good that we should say the truth and the truth will set us free. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So it's good that we say the truth and the truth will set us free. I want to put the record straight. I think that the time the House of Assembly were sitting, the FCT minister was not at the event. Let us put the record straight. And let us also know that at that time, the minister was busy doing his Thanksgiving service. So if people are alleging that the minister being, as they put it, a sponsor of the impeachment proceeding or whatever, was there before that impeachment proceeding took place, I think it's a wrong narrative. And secondly, I always tell people we should be able to talk of ourselves, not to say. There is a saying when I was working as a pointer and also as those who volunteer themselves in Ahoda East to lead security agencies, to those who killed late Bako. I told these court boys, don't say Nawi. Nawi is a general language. Don't say Ijaw people, both home and diaspora, are with sin. My sister, do you remember what happened during the state of emergency? Could you recall very well that it was this drum beating when the fight was done? Nobody appeared to be with sin. Nobody appeared. Even those who were saying that they are going to bring out their dynamite and kill everybody. When the chief was done, everybody ran. So my own suggestion is that impeachment is not a do or die affair. Impeachment can take place from what I have seen so far, the impeachment is just an exercise for the governor to bring out himself. So say, yeah, so see what people are alleging me for, me and my deputy are not true. These are how the money is being spent. This is how it's being spent. And when he comes out victoriously, there will be no more impeachment. So let nobody be beating the drum saying Ijaw people are this, Ijaw people are that. Because when the things will be done, everybody will leave the governor. And just as I'm seeing the whole game playing now, everybody has said they are with governor because of 600 million, billion or thereabout. That is why people are beating drum for support. When there is no money with the governor, or when nobody has voiced out that this is what we have in our force. So you cannot see that the reason why people are now saying they are drawing, they are hitting drum for the support of the governor is because there is money in the state force. There are many that governors have even given money as alleged to go and meet people. Let there be peace in the state. So if this come up because of the presentation of budget or because of the 100,000 naira thereabout that they sent to the House of member, just of yesterday, I had two assembly members pleading that let there be a dialogue, and that's how it's supposed to be. So those who are busy hitting drums, telling Mr. Governor, don't worry, we are for you, we are for you. My sister, nobody came out. We know ourselves in River State here. So to me, hello? Can you hear me?
Go ahead and land on your thoughts, Mr. Kiakita.
Okay. To me, what if I'm in the shoe of the governor, or if I'm to advise the governor, from the whole write-up I've read so far, from the day of this impeachment notice to date, what I see from this whole thing is that it's a power puzzle, whereby the governor feels that he's innocent. Then let the chief judge set a panel. But whereby he sees that there's going to be another big war coming up, it's better you call the party, call these other people, call these other people. This is politics. It's
All
not
right.
enmity forever.
All right.
It's not enmity forever. So it's just an exercise, a powerful exercise. So to me, if there is need for governor to call the assembly, call Godfather, whatever, or the minister, please.
All right, Mr. Kiakita, you have made
very wrong that this same group of people will still be called by the president to come and give their own explanation again. It's not matured. So to me, let us not even wait for president to come back from abroad. Let us iron our issue by ourselves. So that's what I think.
And that's very instructive. The ability to, put your own house in order, without any interference from outside. But that's hardly what has been the case in the resolution of the River State political crisis. But you said some things that I'd like to ask whether you have evidence to that effect or not, and who you're talking about. You're saying that the only reason that some persons are queuing behind the governor currently is because there now seems to be funds available in Rivers coffers, and that you are alleging that the governor has in fact paid some people to go and speak on his behalf. And so who are these people, and do you have allegations to prove that indeed that is what is happening at this point in time?
Okay, my sister, like yesterday, where I saw a Jack, that is Igberi Papa, he was on listening to debunk that they are standing for the governor. Now, I am a little bit I'm telling you that any group of people that comes out to say we are for the governor, money has shake hands with them. This is our state. You will see, like the other time I watched those ones that were busy debunking, say, minister, give me this. Minister said I should do this. The governor said I should do this. Money has passed through. So before you see somebody say, I'm standing with the governor,
So, Mr. Kiakita.
And now, as I'm talking to you, before the next month, I am hitting my chest that the governor gave those three assembly members who we are having a different session as of the matter of the crisis. They were given 8 billion naira for what? For project. And I've never been seen on just for what to encourage supporters. So this is how other people do. You could remember that.
Mr. Kiakita.
There's one Ugochinyeri. He kept our state and he was busy from the state. And luckily enough, the governor, in his own wisdom,
but Mr. Kiakita,
I got him.
We're going to leave that in the realm of allegation and assumption. And if that is the case, shall we also say that the Ijaw group that is also supporting the impeachment proceedings against the governor may have also been induced, this time by the other party?
No, see, this impeachment of a team, it is a joint calling by the members of the House because of the maltreatment given to them by the governor based on what they said. It is because of they claim they found against the governor.
But why would Ijaw go against their own kith and kin?
Yes, sometimes it's like that. Even in my own kingdom, in Epe, where somebody happens to do bad things, it does not mean that if my brother happens to do evil, then I will not side him. I will have to go ahead and say that the man should be hit on the bed. So it does not mean that because we have a judge in the House of Assembly. After all, the leader of the group or the leader of the House, Major, we have the spokesman of the House. So they have and their brother is not carrying them along. Their brother is not giving them.
Mr. Kiakita, you have
We have the executive, the legislature, and then the judiciary.
Pardon me, as we begin to wind down now, you have very, very interesting thoughts. You are asserting that anyone who comes out to speak in favor of the governor may have been induced, but those who speak against the governor in favor of the FCT minister has certainly not been induced, but has come out objectively to look critically at the allegations leveled against the governor. But, well, those are your thoughts. We can hardly question you on what your convictions are. But talk to us about this. 2 assembly lawmakers have come out and appealed to their colleagues to sheath their swords and look for a political solution to the current political crisis in Rivers State. Who shall we say have appealed to them? Because they cited stakeholders who are reaching out, to sort of seek a political solution to this. So why Honorable Dege, Honorable Abe and Wankwo, are they the weak link in the Rivers State Assembly? Why those 2 lawmakers? And who perhaps has reached out to them in this case?
I think from my own, when I watched it, I felt, yes, other stakeholders from the state might have talked to them. And then they felt that instinct, like going online, doing a video, pleading with their colleague to shift their sword. Based on what I just told you before, that this whole thing is like, if I am the governor, I will look at it. No need of us quarreling. No need of us. Let us iron our differences here before they coming up. Before they coming up. What in the state I also heard that also initiated their own move. So I also concluded independence from the state, but I've also called them. And these two hearken to the advice and also say that it is need to come out and plead with their own assembly members. And also so I think so. I think angle of the government.
Let me slot this one in as we wrap up. Now, the State Assembly has cited 7 very strong grounds of breaches for impeachment, to launch the impeachment proceedings against Governor Sim Fubara. Now, if it goes back on its word and considers the appeals, would it be an assembly that condones constitutional breaches?
No, I will not see it so. If what they have also laid down comes to a roundtable for discussion, I don't see it so. So I think it is just a show of maturity, and to make sure that there is peace in the state. That is the only thing I think.
So political solution trumps the need to look at serious constitutional breaches in order to set a precedent to prevent such breaches in the future. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So political solution is more important here than compliance with the Constitution?
Yeah, I think because even if we go back, the states have a setback, because if you watch very well during the state of emergency, the state suffer setback, and as I'm talking to you, most of the ministry who benefited during the emergency, and when the governor came back, most of them are dying silent. Most of them are dying silent. Most of the ministry, they are overpayments, like payment with overhead are also being held. So it's better that they have one than for their. So if we can to make peace, I don't think there's any problem.
All right. We'll have to take your answer yet again on this one. But talk to us about what also seems to be a very important next step amid this negotiation, and that is the resolve of those who are queuing behind Minister Nyesom Wike in this particular political disagreement. And they're saying that they are clear about who to support for the presidency in the 2027 general elections, but not necessarily who to support in the governorship elections in Rivers State. What are your thoughts on this, and where do you stand in this particular one?
Okay. All forces in Rivers State in the presidential aspect goes to the president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, and then that of the governorship. I think just as APC national chairman said in an interview, he said that of the governor for now, I don't know. But any person that happens to get the national or happens to get the primary election and wins in favor of everybody will queue up. If it is a governor, go down fine. If it's a person, everybody will queue up. So if it's in the side of the minister, and then it happens that the whole state happens that maybe it's another party that emerges as a I'm not going to be the one to ask them come and play again for second tenor. Those where he pinches me, I'm just a follower.
You're not just a follower, Mr. Kakita, if your records serve me right, a former chief of staff in a very key local government in Rivers State. So I'm sure that you have opinions that should count in this regard. And so if we looked at the matter as objectively as possible, would you be supporting Governor Fubara because he has performed in Rivers State, he has delivered on infrastructure development and human capacity development, or would you withdraw your support for him and support any other candidate that may emerge should this political leadership tussle not be resolved before 2027?
Okay, now, my support, if I am to support, because if you watch what it said, if I'm going to support this one, for me, as it stands now, in as much as I have benefited, my AG have benefited in the work where he took over from his predecessor, I think the work so far in his own administration is dull. Is dull. Not infrastructure is not all that good. And then if somebody who I think is more better than him comes out, I would take my followers and my structure down to that person that is, because what we are talking about is show working. It's not about initiation of another person from the previous government that you took over. We are talking of genuine one that you started, and there is no youth empowerment. So I fall in that bridge of youth. So there's supposed to be an impact on the youth. No impact on youth. So if I discover that it's better than Fubara, I will with my supporters.
Well, again, we'll take your views on this particular one. But if we looked critically at the allegations that the State Assembly has ironed out in its grounds for impeachment, one of which is breach of the Fiscal Responsibility Act with spendings without approval. But we know that following the state declaration of a state of emergency, there was an administrator that was put in place who presented a budget that was approved by the National Assembly. So against that backdrop, should Governor Fubara be representing another budget? And against that backdrop, yet again, can the Assembly indeed prove these allegations that they have leveled against Governor Fubara if there had been a budget that had been approved by the National Assembly during a declaration of a state of emergency?
Okay, I think that budget is supposed to this year, and I think what also about that 1.8 trillion naira, they said it is an appropriation bill, or I don't know, or whatever, that the governor with his executive raised. So, but to me, the budget assembly during the time of emergency is still running. I think so. It's still running till June. So after 6 months, if he does not present any physical budget for the 2026, it's not left for him to know that he cannot spend any money. And I think maybe that is that angle these people are coming from. But to me, I think that there is need for the governor to put himself to order and put the house to order. Because if there is something the house didn't understand and they raise this impeachment, they are all brothers, irrespective of the different arms of government they operate.
All right.
So that's what I expect from the governor.
Mr. Kekita, I'd like you to hold your thoughts for a bit. We'll take a soundbite from Minister Nyesom Wike's one of his many thank you rallies in Rivers State, during which one of the supporters spoke and gave us an insight into what may happen ahead of 2027. I'd like you to listen to this, and then we'll come back and wrap up.
When it comes to who will be the president of Nigeria come 2027, we know where to go. We know where to go. When it comes to the other one, who will be governor of Rivers State, we don't know where to go, but we know where not to go. We know where we will go, but we don't know where we will go, but we know where we will not go. We will not go the way of ingratitude. We will not go the way of disrespect. We will not go the way of disloyalty. It is on this note that I want to thank all of you and welcome you for all your sacrifices, for your time, for your commitment, and for every other thing in between. Thank you very much, our people, and God bless you all.
All right, Mr. Kiakita, your final thoughts on this?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, from the video I just watched, you know, it is already clear from the side of the FCT minister, and they have seen the governor as an ingrate. Ingrate in the sense that during the time of the governorship, so many people contributed, so many people stepped down for the governor, who was never known from Adam in the line of Rivers State politics. So many people stepped down because of the respect they have for the minister. So politics is just like an investment. You invest and you are also waiting for your return of your investment. So that's what I'm seeing from the speeches, because what they were supposed to derive from the investment, they never got in it. And which instead of them to get a reward from their investment, what they had was, had I known. So I think that's where they're gearing their anger to. So, and for the time, for the area of the president, it's 100% vote for him. But for the governor, they said they will not, they don't know for now. But until an order comes, this is where you will go and this is where you will not go.
All right. Just to remind ourselves that if there's anything that Rivers politics has taught us, is that the cost of war is far greater than that of peace. We must anchor at this point, and thank you very much, Mr. Hector Ekakita, a former chief of staff to Obiakwa local government area in Rivers State. Thank you for your time on the program. Oh, pardon me, Ahoda East, local government area of Rivers State. Thank you for your time on the program.
Yeah.